Hello again, Epoch Trader here again. Alright, let's get to it. Welcome back to a new trading session. UCAP. As we can see, based on our last analysis, it's playing out as we said. A break of this pennant, a retest, went higher, came back down, break one more time, retest. Now it's a buy. I actually entered some buys in my portfolio, right? Added this to my portfolio. So this is a good buy. You can still buy now. A break and a retest. Two corrective trend lines have been broken and a retest has been made. So this is a time to buy if you must buy UCAP. So technically and fundamentally, it's an undervalued stock that can be bought at this point. So let's put a buy there at this price. Cornerstone. Yes, I also got Cornerstone. Based on our last analysis, it's playing out exactly as expected or anticipated. A break of this trend line, corrective trend line, break, full body candle break, and a retest, then a buy. So you can buy this. I'm currently in a buy on this. Let's put a buy here, BY. Or you can wait for more corrections if you like, but at the moment this is a fundamentally cheap stock to buy. Honeywell. Yes, I also got Honeywell. I should have waited, but I just felt like, since the fundamentals are okay, it's a cheap stock, right? It's below its intrinsic value, which is between 26.95 Naira to 29.05 Naira. Okay, so you can wait for a break of this, a pullback, then a buy. But at the moment, Honeywell is a good buy for aggressive traders. May & Baker. Yes, I entered May & Baker as well. I think at this point 42 Naira. So based on our last analysis, I said you could buy now if you like, which I did. So I'm currently in profit at this point. So let's see how far price can go. We're anticipating that price will get to this point, the 51 Naira mark, or the 55, or even higher. We don't know. So based on price's behavior around this area will determine if we can add more to our stock or not. As a Maansa, right? So we are looking like something that looks like a Marubozu, right? A break of this. So let's wait for further break, right? Further break, maybe one more candle, one more candle. Then we can wait for a pullback. Then surely we can go for a buy. So take out this guy, take out this liquidity, and possibly this liquidity. At the same time, these key levels here are important. So let's just leave this at this point for now. So it's still a buy for Maansa. If you're aggressive, you buy now. You wait for a pullback, and a continuation, and price should be above the alligator. These combined moving averages. FCMB, the same thing. We just need to wait for price to come back down here. Just give us a corrective structure. We just need a corrective structure, then a break of the corrective structure, then a retest, then we look for a buy, assuming the fundamentals are still good, right? So for aggressive traders, you can buy now because the stock is undervalued. But if you're conservative, then you wait for the corrective structure to get broken, then a retest, then a buy. So if you notice, I'm always giving two options, right? The aggressive traders and the conservative traders. So pick your battle. Pick your battle. All right, for Stanbic, we're waiting for price to come lower, possibly take out this guy, And I mean, if you can break this trend line with test, then we'll buy. If it doesn't, we can still buy if we get a W formation, because sometimes sorry, sometimes you might not get a pullback, right, or a break. But let's just watch out. We'll stay away from this for now. So sterling, just like before, we're still anticipating a move down to clear out all of this liquidity, you know, and possibly move higher to, you know, to come back down here, then go higher, because the fundamentals are looking good, very good, very good. Okay, so that's that for that. For Jay's Bank, similar to last week, we can still buy this because a break occurred, a Marubozu break, then a retest, then a buy. So we can actually buy now. Or if you're conservative enough, if you think price might fall further, right? So if it falls further, then we'll have to adjust our trend line to accommodate for that new lower high, right? Then wait for another break to come out here. How complex can this be? Then, you know, then you trade higher, assuming the fundamentals are still in play, still solid. But if it's not, but if this doesn't occur, then we'll just, you know, get rid of this guy, maintain our trend line here, just maintain our trend line here, you know, nothing much, no big deal, maintain it, then wait for the break of this micro corrective trend line, micro correction. So as soon as you get a full body candle break above this, right, something like this green bullish candle, if it breaks above this, a full body one, that means the buyers are in the market, then we can buy. A full body candle break above this will be a strong buy signal. So that's that for that. Either you buy now or you wait for a full body candle close above this. If you're scared, you wait. Transcorp, like I said before, in my last video, right, Transcorp is severely undervalued, right? Sorry, but at the same time, the technical, you can see what happened here, right? Price came higher. I think this doesn't look right. Oh, let me get rid of this guy and just use a horizontal line. Yeah. All right, so this is it. Let me change the color. Style black to blue. Let's use blue. Yeah. So you see, liquidity is resting above beneath here, right? This liquidity. So price might take it, price might not. We do not know. I don't know. I'm only anticipating. So whatever happens, I don't care. What I want is for price to break out of this aggressively, give us a correction. Then we take it higher to this side to take out this eye and possibly this eye. Then if we, depending, we can wait further. Since we're investing, right, we can leave it. Maybe it might rally up to this point and even go higher to the 80s and the 19 Naira levels. We do not know. So we're just waiting for price to you know, to break out of this retest and buy, assuming the fundamentals remains bullish. UBA, similar, like I said before, this move was anticipated, which I said, right, it's going up, and I'm expecting this to come down right here, to come down, you know, and give us a corrective structure. Then we'll adjust this, give us a corrective structure, then a break, retest, and a buy, because UBA is actually bullish. Actually it has a good fundamental. So if you observe this is a trend, this is an upper channel, right? And if you see what is going on, price, this is the first touch, the second touch, now this is the third touch. So this looks like a liquidity pool. In my experience, price does this a lot. So this looks like a liquidity pool. So if you go with the masses, you get smoked. You get smoked, right? They come down and take you out. If your stops are around it, they take you out, then fall further. Then what they do next is the big money, the big boys, right? Smart money concepts. Shout out to ICT once again for teaching us these concepts. So you come here, breaks here, induce buys, break down to clear out liquidity, break out of this trend line. Let's see, the trend line is here. Breakout, retest, then buy. Assuming the fundamentals are still in play. Mikhail. Yeah, Mikhail left us. Yes, I said it buy the last time. If you watch my video, you see I said it buy at this point, right? If you're aggressive, you buy. If you're conservative, you wait for a pullback, then it retest, then it push up. But the retest did not occur. So price just ate its fair value for the stock. So at the moment, nothing can be done here. If you had bought this, then you wait, then you keep holding it, okay? Keep holding it. If you had bought this last week, here, keep holding it. But if you didn't, just wait and wait for another correction again, corrective structure. Then you can hope to buy since you missed the last one, right? But at the moment, there's nothing that can be done at this point. Price is already rallying. MTN, we're still waiting for MTN to give us a corrective structure before going higher. Maansa, yes, Maansa went exactly as planned. Aggressive buyers would have bought here. You'll be in profit by now, taking out this high and this high, and price tapped its intrinsic value. It is at 25 Naira level and came back. So price might go higher, I do not know. So for stocks like this, if you observe it right, there was no retest when price broke out of this place, right? You see a strong a full body candle close, right? Full body candle close outside the trend line. This was a buy signal. Price did not really retest, right? But this looks like a retest, but I mean it's not a red candle, so I wouldn't really call this a retest. But at the same time, it stalled here for 3 days before going up, so that might count as a retest, I don't know. But for the aggressive trader, this would have been a good buy. Same here as forecasted last week. You'll be in profit by now if you got this. I did not buy this because I was waiting for a retest because of the key levels here are too close to price, so I wanted a better margin of safety. Access Corporation, we're still waiting for this to play out. We're not buying this yet. Wait for this to play out, then we'll buy. Fidelity Bank at the moment is a bit sketchy, right? Because technically, right, this is a partial buy, but there is no liquidity, there's no there's no corrective structure to trade into. So I'm waiting for this to correct. Hopefully it corrects, hopefully. So I'm waiting for this to happen, price to come down here, this is what I'm waiting for. Price to come down, then take out this guy, then give our trend line here, trend line break. So I'm waiting for this corrective structure to occur, similar to what we have here, corrective structure, then the break of the trend line. This is my philosophy. Trend line break and retest. Trend line break, this is a corrective trend line, break, retest, buy. Trend line break, retest, buy. So I'm waiting for something similar, okay? Trend line break, retest, buy. Alright, GTCO, still waiting for a corrective structure before we buy. Zenith Bank, the same thing. Wema Bank, the same thing. Charms. Wow, I like Charms because it's let me move it higher. Something I should look into. So Charms fundamentals are looking good, and as you can see, we already have a break. So for the aggressive traders, this is a good buy. If you're aggressive, right, you don't want to wait for a confirmation, you buy this now. That is tomorrow. You're free to buy this tomorrow. But if you're not aggressive, if you want proper confirmation of the technicals, you wait for a pullback, right? Wait for a pullback, then when price starts going higher, you enter your trade, right? But at the moment, it's a buy for charms. It's a buy. The fundamentals are okay. So similar to this, right? This is the trend line, right? Corrective structure, a break, and pins, multiple pins, right? Which could serve as a retest if you go to a lower time frame. Let's go to the H4. So if you observe this, you can see that price went higher, right? Then a retest, this red candle, and a lower inside bars, right? This is a retest, then a follow through to the upside. So that's that for that. So charms is a buy at the moment, a buy, right? For the aggressive traders. Then if you're conservative, you wait for a retest, then see if price still has the momentum or not before you buy. So Dangote sugar is currently overvalued, right? So I'm still waiting for this new shares dilution to occur before I begin to look into Dangote sugar. For now, I'm staying out of this. Owando, like I said before, based on Owando's book, right, it's a bad stock, but the energy industry is quite different, right, from the manufacturing and the other industries, right? So a contract may be awarded to Owando, or an asset may be acquired or something that might just favor the bullish technicals at the moment, right? So based on technical analysis, technically this is a solid buy. This is corrective, breakout, corrective, breakout, corrective. So multiple breaks, this is a buy. But based on fundamentals, this is not a good buy. This is not a good buy because the intrinsic value is way below at the 19 Naira level. The next one is not a Nigerian flour mill PLC, right? Same thing, overvalued. Staying out of this. Dangote cement, overvalued. Staying out of this. So what we'll do now is we'll move this, can buy this, we'll move this to be corrective, then we can trade this. At the moment, Dangote cement, you can choose to buy if you like. I mean, this is a solid industry, right? Over time, it might blow up. It might blow above 1,000. I don't know, but I still follow my philosophy, which is this: wait for a corrective structure break, then a retest, then you buy. So I need to see this before I trade. Then the Guinness looks good. So let me move this higher, down up to here. So Guinness looks good. It's currently correcting. So if we could get more correction, that would be superb. More correction, something like this. Then you mount your trend line here, Then you take this higher to break. A retest, then you trade higher to the intrinsic value. So that's that for that, or clear recent highs. Last but not the least, PZ. PZ, nothing much at the moment. Thank you very much. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more nuggets and analysis like this. I'll also be making the Forex weekly analysis as well. Do want to check it out. Bye for now.